What's up, everybody? Hey, so excited to be coming at you with another video. If you are unfamiliar with the kind of stuff that we do, we are Sports Talk Detroit. We love the Detroit Lions. We love talking Lions football, and we're coming to you every day, even in July, even in the dead month of July. You guys keep watching. We're so thankful for our committed viewers that have been with us for the 3+ years that we've been doing these videos. Thank you so much. Hey, if you're new, watch this video and then maybe hit subscribe. Don't do it yet, because if you're new, you don't know if you like us yet. But Bleacher Report came out with a really kind of cool ranking. It's that time of year where they were talking about the NFL's top 10 young duos ahead of the 2024 season. So I want you to start racking your brain. If you're thinking of two players that are a great young duo on the Lions, who would it be? Like, who would your two players be? Because there's a few people to choose from. You can go both on the offensive side of the ball. You could do both on the defensive side of the ball. You could do offense and defense. Like, when I think of young duo, I think of a few different things. I think of St. Brown and Laporta. I could say St. Brown and Sewell. I could say Laporta and Sewell. I could say Sewell and Hutchinson. I could say Hutchinson and Branch. There are so many good duos on this team that I could think of. So what are the requirements? All right? What are the requirements? Even if an NFL roster isn't strong overall, promising young duo will provide hope for the future. All right? Each duo mentioned is comprised of players who are 26 years old and younger as of the opening week of 2024. Additionally, rookies are not considered. Caleb Williams, Roma Dunze, good. Get him out of here. Hate the Bears. All right? Don't like the Bears. Certainly have high-end potential with the Bears, but they are unproven. I agree. All right, let's see if we have someone on this. First one is Brian Birds and Kayvon Thibodeau. All right, I thought this was a unique one. We haven't really been able to see them play together, but yes, they could absolutely be devastating on the edge position. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the other teams. I'm just going to wait till we get to the Lions. Number 9, Kyren Williams and Puka Nacua. I think it's hard. Oh, by the way, I didn't even talk about dangerous duos. It could have been Gibbs and St. Brown, right? So here's the thing. I know this sounds nuts. I can think of, 5 duos on the Lions alone that are better than Kyren Williams and Puka Nacua. St. Brown and Gibbs is better than Nacua and Williams. I think Sewell and Hutch are better than Burns and Thibodeau. All right, maybe we'll play a fun game of which Lions duo that they didn't list here is better than the duo put under. All right, Tyreek Woolen and Devon Witherspoon. All right, 2 good defensive guys. I think this is good. I think that Witherspoon has some growing to do yet. Reek Woolen he had some growing pains in year 2. I think on the defensive side of the ball, I'd rather have Hutch and Branch. That's just me. You let me know what your thoughts are. Rookies don't count, so I can't add a couple of the rookies. All right, Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland. All right, this is a good duo. It is crazy to me that Trayvon Diggs is 26 or younger as the season starts. It seems like he's been in the NFL for 8 years. Maybe that's just because he's in the news all the time because he's a Cowboy. All right? Down with the Cowboys. Get him out of here. All right? We don't like you in Detroit. Number 6, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Justin Jefferson really holds the day for this. Jordan Addison had a good rookie year, but again, not better. If I were to come up with better duos for the Lions, it would be, if you needed me to do an all-offensive duo, I would rather have St. Brown and Gibbs. I would rather have St. Brown and Laporta. I would rather have St. Brown and Sewell. I think I would rather have those guys than these two any day of the week. They also have Christian Darrisaw, by the way. All right, Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk. Do we finally see a quarterback make this list? That makes sense. Goff is not eligible. He's too old. All right, but this is absolutely a good pairing and not a lot that I would like more other than the fact that they can't seem to come to contract terms with Ayuk, and that's hilarious to me. We got our guys locked up, and they are acting like they can't afford Ayuk, and maybe he's not as good as we think. Maybe he's just in the right system, and that's why they don't want to pay him. They're going to find out this year if that's true. All right, now we got our guys. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta. First question I have for you now that we get to this point, is this our best duo? Is this our best duo? Or is it St. Brown and Sewell? Is that the best duo? Like, we see defensive linemen on here. Why not offensive linemen? Offensive tackle is outside of quarterback and wide receiver and close with defensive end, right? Like, it's the highest paid position in the NFL. Why are we not putting offensive tackles on this list? Why isn't Christian Darrisaw on this list, right? Why isn't Penei Sewell on this list? Should Sewell be here instead of Laporta? I think Laporta absolutely has the right and deserves to be here because he had the best rookie season of any tight end in NFL history. All right? Look at the numbers. It's real, and it's true. He was a massive part of what we did. He goes throw in running back Jahmyr Gibbs, and the Lions inarguably have 3 impressive young players. From a duo perspective, though, the focus is on pass catchers. St. Brown has developed into a star at receiver, earning first-team All-Pro honors after posting 119 catches for 1,515 yards and 10 touchdowns last season. Parlayed that into a massive contract. That's what I love about it. He actually has the contract. Laporta, meanwhile, enjoyed a tremendous rookie campaign. The tight end reeled in 89 passes. Can you believe that? Almost 100 passes caught by a tight end for 889 yards and 10 scores, landing second-team All-Pro recognition. All right, skill position is unbelievable. Here's the teams, or here's the combos that get ahead of us. C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins. I think that the only reason that this gets paired ahead of what the Lions have is because of the quarterback power. Quarterback in the NFL, we know, is absolutely massively important. It is paid almost twice of what any other position's top-notch players get. Therefore, on lists like this, if you have an elite quarterback, that by definition of the importance of the quarterback should make that a better combo. It just should, especially when he's throwing to a good young receiver like Nico Collins. Nico just has to prove he can stay healthy. All right. By the way, big Michigan fan, got a Nico Collins signed jersey right there. All right. Next one, Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Waddle. How in the world this is ahead of Tua Tagovailoa, or I'm sorry, how this is ahead of C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins, I cannot understand for the life of me how this is ahead of it. But sure, again, young quarterback is important, but I'd rather have Goff than Tua. Like, that's just obvious, I think. And the last one is Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith. A.J. Brown's too old. He is, I think, 27 when the season starts. So he's just a year too old. This is an interesting number one to me. I think that the Lions sit close to where they should be. I think the Lions should be third on this list. I think Tua and Waddle should be behind St. Brown and Laporta. And I think that C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins should be number one ahead of Hurts and Devontae Smith. So I think the Lions should be 3. I think that the Texans should be 1, moving the Eagles to 2, and the Dolphins to 4. Other than that, I think this is a pretty good list. I really do. But again, it just goes to show the Lions roster has talent and it's young. But I think what the bigger story on this has to be is the fact that all of our talent is so young. I think the bigger story has to be that we could have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 tandems on here that would all be top 10. I think I could make the argument that St. Brown and Sewell could be number 1. I could make the argument that Gibbs and Laporta are a top 10. That's too offensive right there. I could make the argument that Branch and Hutch on the defensive side. Or if you want to get weird, so that's 3 right there without using the same names. Not even using the same names. All different players. And that is what makes this team so dangerous. That is what's so beautiful about what Brad Holmes is building. Thank you, sir. You've got it figured out. All right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.